Hello everybody, this is Ronnie Argundi again. I'm here bringing you another video with my portfolio update, and I wanted to make a real quick video on the usage and the ideas behind how to use JEPQ or JEPI. And so I have a few points in here. I know this can be a little controversial because JEPQ and JEPI are covered calls and they pay monthly. And typically what happens with this type of stocks is that there is a little bit of a NAV erosion on these things. For example, in the past 5 days, they have lost 3.43%. You see how it goes all over the place. It goes up and down. For the past 3 months, within a year, it has increased 7%. But if you go down 5 years, it has increased almost 16%. The problem with this, or the problem in JEPQ, is that eventually JEPQ will kind of be fairly flat. As you can see, this will not grow substantially compared to any other stock that you might find. For example, the total stock market, which could probably have doubled within the last 7 years. So anyway, so JEPQ is an interesting and really powerful tool because it pays a lot of dividends and it pays monthly. But how exactly can you use this? So how exactly would you be able to use something like JEPQ? So, and I have a few ideas or examples that you can use it, okay? Let's go and let's look at here. Let's start with some of the ideas that I can propose in here. For example, there's ways that you can use JEPQ. You can use JEPQ for paying your credit card debt, something like maybe using the dividends that you get monthly, and you can reinvest them into another stock, maybe like an anti-inflationary ETFs like SCHD. I think the most powerful way to use JEPQ, though, in my opinion, would be to use it on something that would have the maximum amount of damage or a maximum amount of ROI, return on investment. So if I had, for all intents and purposes, my portfolio only has 102 shares of JEPQ. So I roughly get close to $50 a month by having $5,752, okay? So how can you use JEPQ to improve your financial situation, right? The most powerful example that I could find is if you have a mortgage, okay? Let's say you bought a house, and let's say, I'll give you my example. So for buying a house, let's say your house cost $400,000, okay? Which I know it's a little high, but here in Miami, these prices are actually pretty reasonable. And you put a down payment of $90K. So now you owe roughly $312,000, okay? So your mortgage will be close to $3,000 a month, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. In my example, my mortgage comes off to roughly $3,300. Okay, so from those $3,300s that I pay monthly, $1,800 goes to $1,517 goes to interest, and then $1,492 goes to escrow, and only $353 goes to the principal. Okay, so now here's the catch and here's the trick. If I was getting, let's say, $100 in JEPQ, okay, which this is what I do sometimes with ACHD and JEPQ dividends per quarter. So within the next week, I'm going to receive close to $200 between SCHD and JEPQ. But you can use that money and you can put it right in the interest of your home loan. If I can get to the point where I can produce $353 a month in JEPQ, I would basically do an extra payment on the mortgage without financing the bank and without adding extra money to the escrow. And there's a way to do it. If you go to the website of your mortgage, you can select to make extra payments on the interest instead of the escrow. So this is just an example of what you can do. I'm going to right now. Let me look up how many stocks of JEPQ do I need to produce $352 a month. So I'm asking ChatGPT how many shares of JEPQ you need to generate $352 a month. So JEPQ approximately is paying more than 30 cents. It's paying close to 44 cents. But I would need 1,173 JEPQ stocks. So JEPQ is going for $56. So 56 times 1,173. So roughly $60,000 it would be needed to produce $352 a month. That seems like a crazy amount, but just think about this. You would probably be saving in mortgage payments close to 20 years. So 20 times 336. 67, 200 times 12. So we would probably be saving close to $220,000 worth of interest. Isn't that incredible? In my opinion, I believe that's totally crazy to me. So there are other options, of course, other stocks that you can choose, like the Geomax ones, Misty, Tesla, all of those things. In my opinion, I believe having something like JEPQ it's a great bet. For example, this guy made here a post that says set it and forget it portfolio with this ETFs QQQM, VU, CHD, IJR, VUG. So by the way, I didn't mention this, but my portfolio has increased since the last video I made because I finally managed to have access to my 403bs and 401ks between me and my wife, and this is what we have. We don't have a lot, but it does put our portfolio in a higher situation, and which makes me really excited and happy because I'm approaching the $50,000 mark on my portfolio, which it's halfway there to 100k. I really want to reach 100k, and well, let's see how we do. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about JEPQ and JEPI and to hear your opinions anyways. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you very much for following this video.